For Xiaomi fans who've been waiting for a phone with a bigger display and a larger battery, the brand new Xiaomi 17 Max finally fills that gap perfectly. Right from the start, the packaging feels premium and clean, complete with a one-time security seal, an elongated box design, and a full set of accessories inside. Xiaomi includes a 100-watt charger with a USB-A interface that uses a 20-volt 5A high-voltage charging solution, along with the expected 6A charging cable that measures about 99 centimeters long. Inside the box, you also get a protective case alongside the phone itself.
A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out our exciting tech content.
Once the protective film is removed, the first thing you notice is just how much larger this phone feels compared to the regular Xiaomi 17. It uses a flat display design and gives off a solid, durable appearance, while the side edges have a subtle curve that makes it more comfortable to hold. Up top, you'll find the earpiece and a small opening along the edge of the display. The camera bumps are definitely noticeable, but because of the phone's larger body, they don't appear overly bulky or rounded. The frame uses a matte silver metal finish, and Xiaomi clearly paid attention to symmetry here. You get two antenna lines on the right side, two at the top, and another two at the bottom, giving the device a balanced and satisfying layout. Interestingly, there's no visible speaker opening on the top edge. The volume buttons are slightly wider this time, making them feel better and more tactile when pressed. Down at the bottom, the microphone opening has an oval shape designed to prevent accidental misuse, and the SIM tray is positioned here. Now moving to the back panel, the design instantly brings back some familiar memories. The square-shaped camera island with rounded corners creates a very clean and minimal look overall. From certain angles, you can even spot the hidden lens ring design, which blends smoothly into the body and gives the phone a more polished appearance. Taking a closer look at the camera module itself, there's a triple camera setup accompanied by the flash. In the middle section, there's also a tiny microphone opening, so you'll want to avoid covering it while recording videos. Since this is the Max model, Xiaomi has included a periscope telephoto module, making the camera system one of the most exciting parts of the device. As for weight, the Xiaomi 17 Max comes in at 227 grams. It's not extremely heavy, but it's not lightweight either. It sits somewhere comfortably in the middle. Thanks to the combination of the metal frame and glass back, the phone feels very premium in the hand. Once the display lights up, the screen-to-body ratio immediately stands out. The bezels are impressively slim and evenly balanced on all four sides, including the top and bottom, giving the device a very symmetrical appearance. The lighter-colored bezels also help create the illusion of an even brighter and more immersive display experience. In terms of specifications, the Xiaomi 17 Max features a massive 6.9-inch flat panel with a 2608 by 1200 resolution, which falls into the 1.5K category. It supports an adaptive refresh rate ranging from 1 Hz all the way up to 120 Hz. One of the biggest highlights is the M10 luminous display system developed together with Huaxing Semiconductor, featuring a brand new red luminous material. This is the same high-end screen technology previously seen on the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max. The display also uses Xiaomi's exclusive SuperPixel technology, which improves text sharpness and detail while reducing power consumption. Instead of relying on the traditional pentile pixel arrangement, Xiaomi has implemented a different structure to deliver clearer visuals and better efficiency overall. During real-world brightness testing, the screen reached 641 nits manually with a full white display under sunlight mode. Under strong outdoor lighting with automatic brightness enabled, it climbed all the way to 1865 nits. Xiaomi also claims that localized peak brightness can exceed 3500 nits in certain scenarios, which is seriously impressive. For eye comfort, DC dimming is enabled by default, and when Adaptive Refresh Rate Pro is enabled, the display can achieve up to 2160 Hz PWM dimming. In simple terms, this is an absolutely flagship-level display experience. To showcase the screen quality further, let's play a short Honkai 2 video clip from the internet and see which display performance you personally prefer. We'll save the reveal for later. Now let's talk about cameras. The Xiaomi 17 Max comes equipped with a triple camera system on the rear, and of course, the signature Leica color tuning is here. By default, the phone uses Leica Vivid mode, but personally, I still prefer Leica Classic because of its rich cinematic feel. It almost looks like layers of oil paint on a canvas, especially when handling reds and blues. The camera hardware itself has received major upgrades, especially the main sensor and telephoto lens. The primary camera uses a 200-megapixel sensor with a 23mm equivalent focal length and a large 1/7-inch sensor size. Alongside that, there's a 50-megapixel Leica periscope telephoto camera using the IMX882 sensor, capable of 3x optical zoom at 70mm, 6x lossless zoom, and up to 120x digital zoom. So, naturally, it's time to compare it against the competition. Starting with Samsung's Ultra Zoom flagship, which also uses a 200-megapixel main sensor, Xiaomi delivers noticeably brighter overall exposure. When it comes to fine text and detailed areas, Xiaomi also performs slightly better. The Xiaomi 17 Max especially shines in central texture detail, with areas like outdoor air conditioning units and partitions appearing very crisp and detailed. One of the biggest advantages of a 200-megapixel sensor is the ability to crop aggressively while still maintaining usable quality. By simply cropping into the high-resolution image, you can effectively achieve a 2x or even a 4x zoom effect. In this comparison, the cropped 200-megapixel image on the left still looks surprisingly usable when placed beside the original 70mm telephoto shot. Of course, ultra-high-resolution photography isn't perfect. Processing those images takes slightly longer, and good lighting becomes more important. That's why the phone still defaults to shooting at 12 megapixels in everyday use. Comparing 12-megapixel shots directly against Apple and Samsung devices, Xiaomi lands somewhere right in the middle in terms of color science. The colors aren't as aggressively saturated as Samsung's style, but they're also not as flat or muted as Apple's. Looking at another sample set, the same trend continues. Even when zooming into text, detail retention remains very solid. Interestingly, nighttime photography tells a different story. Here, Xiaomi actually becomes more saturated than its rivals. It also does a better job controlling bright light sources while preserving finer details in darker areas. When it comes to telephoto performance, both sides have their own strengths depending on the scene. And in this next sample set, let's zoom in further and take a closer look at the details.
When comparing shots at the same focal length against Samsung, the Xiaomi delivers noticeably sharper text detail. That said, when placed side by side with Apple's iPhone using its 4x100mm telephoto lens, the Xiaomi falls just slightly behind. Of course, some people are probably already thinking, wait, you're comparing Samsung's 10-megapixel 3x telephoto camera to Xiaomi's setup. That's not exactly fair. So instead, let's bring Vivo into the comparison since it uses a similar focal length. Looking at these samples, both phones honestly have their own strengths. Xiaomi does a really solid job controlling white balance on buildings while also preserving the natural balance between highlights and shadows. On the other hand, the competing phone produces an image that feels a little cleaner and more transparent overall. Which style you prefer really comes down to personal taste. Switching over to another set of photos with the same processing style, Xiaomi once again shows more accurate color reproduction when zooming into the details. In terms of sharpness though, both devices perform at a very high level. Now let's move on to a few additional samples, including ultra-wide and portrait shots. Looking at all these images together, which one stands out more to you? The Xiaomi 17 Max isn't only max when it comes to screen size, the battery is massive too. It packs an enormous 8,000 mAh battery, making it the biggest battery ever included in Xiaomi's numbered flagship series. That's 1,000 mAh larger than the standard Xiaomi 17, and still 500 mAh bigger than the similarly sized Xiaomi 17 Pro Max. In real-world testing, with moderate daily use including web browsing, video recording, streaming videos, and playing demanding games for 30 minutes each, the phone still had 71% battery remaining by the end. So, for most people, this battery life can comfortably handle moderate to heavy usage throughout an entire day. To push things further, the testing conditions were made more difficult by locking the display brightness to 400 nits and continuously playing high-definition online videos with subtitles from 100% all the way down to 0%. The final result was an impressive 17 hours and 48 minutes of playback time, which is seriously strong endurance. As for charging, the Xiaomi 17 Max supports 100-watt wired charging alongside 50-watt wireless charging. In real testing, going from 1% to 100% took around 1 hour and 11 minutes, while a complete charge, including trickle charging, finished in 1 hour and 13 minutes. Peak charging power reached 83.8 watts during the process. Moving over to performance, the Xiaomi 17 Max runs on the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, currently one of the most powerful mobile chips available. Paired with LPDDR5X memory and UFS 4.1 storage, the hardware combination is absolutely flagship level. A quick Geekbench 6 test produced a single-core score of 3751 and a multi-core score of 11,674, both very impressive numbers. On the newer Antutu V11 benchmark, multiple runs pushed the highest score to 4.07 million, which firmly places it among top-tier flagship devices. GPU performance was also tested, using 3DMark's Dynamic Scene benchmark. Thanks to the phone's larger body, heat dissipation is easier to manage, and the final score reached 7720. Now let's talk about real gaming performance. Starting with Honor of Kings, the Xiaomi 17 Max handled the game effortlessly at a stable 120 FPS. More importantly, the 1% low frame rate still stayed at 111.3 FPS, which means the gameplay remained extremely smooth even during intense moments. After 30 minutes of gaming, both the front and back temperatures were sitting around 40 degrees Celsius, while total power consumption was only about 3 watts. Next up was Genshin Impact running at very high graphics settings with 60 FPS enabled. Even after a continuous 30-minute session, the phone maintained nearly full frame rates throughout. The 1% low frame rate came in at 54.6 FPS. Temperature readings reached 41.6 degrees Celsius on the front and 42.6 degrees Celsius on the back, with most of the heat concentrated beneath the camera module. Total power consumption stayed around 4 watts, which is actually very impressive for this level of performance. Finally, under an even heavier workload using the Golden Moment mode at maximum settings and 60 FPS, the phone averaged 59.9 FPS over a 30-minute test. Front and back temperatures climbed to around 45 degrees Celsius, while total power consumption measured 5.22 watts. Since this is a Max model, its biggest selling points are clearly the large screen and huge battery, so naturally it makes sense to compare it with the rest of the Xiaomi 17 lineup. Here we have the Xiaomi 17 and Xiaomi 17 Pro, and then this larger device is the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max. Interestingly, the Pro branding is missing on the Xiaomi 17 Max, which also explains why there's no secondary rear display on the back. Previously, because of that rear display design, the battery capacity on some models wasn't particularly large. Some users probably don't care much about the rear display and would rather have a massive battery combined with a huge screen instead. That's exactly where the Xiaomi 17 Max comes in. Compared to the standard Xiaomi 17 and the Pro version, the Max is noticeably larger, although its overall dimensions are almost identical to the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max. So if you don't need the extra rear display but still want maximum battery life, this is probably the better choice for you. Putting it side by side with competing models, the overall size is nearly the same. Looking at the thickness from the side and top angles, Xiaomi's design appears slightly more solid and robust compared to Apple's slimmer feet design. The camera decoration style is completely different. Apple separates its 3 lenses individually, while Xiaomi combines everything into one integrated camera module. Which approach looks better really depends on your personal preference. Overall, the Xiaomi 17 Max follows Xiaomi's familiar design philosophy. The styling stays simple and clean, while the large body still offers a surprisingly comfortable grip. Most importantly, removing the personalized rear display makes the phone feel more practical and versatile for everyday users. At the end of the day, this phone focuses on the essentials:
You get a huge battery for excellent standby time, flagship-level processor performance, and Xiaomi's HyperOS experience all packed into one device. No unnecessary gimmicks, just practical flagship hardware. That's really what the Xiaomi 17 Max is all about. As for pricing, the base version of the Xiaomi 17 Max starts at 4,799 yuan in China, which is roughly £526 in the UK and around $706 US. That's it for this video. A full detailed review will be coming soon, so if you're interested, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join our tech community. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!